And maybe 20 of us in this company are doing what Art taught, 20 out of 6,000 RVPs. And the fundamentals don't change. If you're working social media, the concept, Jason, is you got to take people four deep in posters. And I was talking to somebody the other day about the people who did posting and are highly successful do it to get a person with a good natural market, and then they start calling the old-fashioned way. So they don't do just social media. Again, they use social media till they get a recruit. Then they get the names. Then they get the Sushi 6. And then they get the Best 5. And 25 names. And they work down line to that. And do social media. So, again, while you're doing social media, to find that person you can build 100 people for. Well, where do you find that people, Jason? 4 deep. Nothing's changed. That's all very fundamental. So we always have, and grateful for Tony for taking the baton and running with it while I've been gone a lot. And but Tony, what are we going to be accomplishing today?
Coach, we're going to go through the base. We're going to just go back to the fundamentals and really talk about what is the social media play. What is it that what is it from the start to finish what you're supposed to do? But Coach, I have a question for you. How would you define a hierarchy? How do we know when we've actually successfully built a hierarchy? What's your line in that, sir?
When you start having exponential growth, when you start meeting people that are in your hierarchy, you didn't recruit, you didn't try to get, when you go to meetings and you see people and you never remember them, and the next time you see them again, people come up to you and say, Cynthia, I'm Bill Arinder. You haven't met you yet, but I'm one of your district leaders. Gina, I haven't met you yet, but I'm one of your RVPs. See that? When money starts coming in and flowing in like you're a magnet from overrides. Remember Art Williams 101? Nobody wants to sell anything to anybody, but everybody wants to override. And again, what are these interviews that you create through post? I think we really hit a home run with Omar a couple of weeks ago when he said, you don't need a spouse around when you're recruiting. You need a spouse around when you're making the sale or you're proposing a sale. And so in this day and age of talking to Francis Avert yesterday, 64% of all the people who are licensed in Primerica are women. And 80% of them that we're hiring today are women. And she said, women want a passive income more than men do because they want to go to games. They want to stay home with their children. They want to have flexibility. If you take a look at all the people who are financial advisors, name one female. They're all men. And you take a look at the recruiting surge we're having right now with the Francis Averts and the Mika Saunders and the Shanika Turners and the Whitney Coopers. If we get women to start understanding they are here to build hierarchies and build RVPs who have RVPs who have RVPs, they approach the post differently, Tony. Now they're not looking for somebody to post to make sales or get a few recruits to make sales. They want to build an RVP factory. And that's what this posting is. So that's what it is, Tony.
Thank you, Coach.
You know you built a hierarchy when you have one.
You know when you know, Coach. I love it. I just had to ask, Coach, because, we talk about words and how important they are. But, folks, I really wanted to go back to the basics. And I'm going to say this, as I always do. I did the PowerPoint. We're going to show you the PowerPoint. We're going to go through it. And then I'm going to send it. I'm going to put it in the chat into the PDF so you guys have it. But here's what I want to talk about first, Coach. I like making fires. That's how I broke my finger. I just do it for fun. I know it's weird, but I do. And Coach, if all of you, anyone here never made a fire with wood and stuff? Anyone? Okay, good. So we all know what this is like. Have you ever made a fire where, okay, put the wood, you got the kindling, and you got like the fire starter, like it's paper or it's pine cones or whatever you got, right? Have you ever just put a whole bunch of paper, lit it up on fire, and it's all really bright, but then it goes away? Folks, that's posting in the wrong market, and that is posting for posting's sake. But you need to have the kindling, you need to have the flash so that you can build and get the bigger sticks, and you get the bigger, and then and next thing you know, you have a roaring fire that you can cook with. I think a lot of us get caught up in the flash of social media because it is a flash where you get that one spark and like, boom, but we're not building, we're not setting it up so that with the intentions that I want a bonfire that I can actually cook with, I don't need the flash. I'm looking to build something that lasts. And how do you do that is doing the right thing with the person that you're talking to and staying in the right market, period. And that is doing the right thing for them, not for you, for them. Because if I sit down with Jennifer and show her only people, I'll talk to all your single friends, I'll talk to all your friends who just graduated high school and still live with their parents, I would not be doing a justice to her. Because that's not how you build this business. That's how you build a club, but not how you build a business. And so I just want to preface this in this video to share with you that you need to follow. It's not, the social media is kindling. You can't build a fire that's going to last, but it allows you to start the fire. But you got to get to the bigger logs. You got to go deep. And coach, it's not 4 deep in social media. I'm going to tell you, it's 100 deep. How many names and numbers, how many people do you really need to call and recruit in order to get an RVP? 100. That's always been the words, but I don't know 100 people. You don't need to know 100 people, Cynthia. You don't need to know 100 people, Vicky. You just need to be able to follow the system, Eric, and you'll meet 100 people. It's not about you knowing 100 people. It's about your 3 people knowing the 3 people, knowing the 3 people, knowing the 3 people, who knowing the 3 people. And next you know, you're going to crush the 100. But if you're not thinking in those terms, you're going to waste your time and you're going to burn through your markets. And you're going to hurt the people that do believe in you. So I just want you to feel my heart. This is so important for you guys to get it. And I'm praying that I do a good job. So coach, anything you want to add to that? Anything you need to correct? I want you to correct me, please, sir.
This is the life we've chosen. We're not in the financial services business. We're no more in the financial services than Walmart's in the banana business. But the number one seller at Walmart is bananas. The point we're making here is when you want to build a distribution hierarchy, Omar makes $56,000 a year on prepaid legal. I make $27,000 a year on prepaid legal. Am I in the prepaid legal business? No. You ever hear me talk about it, Tim? You see? Am I in the managed accounts business? No, but we sure sell a lot of it. Do you ever hear me talk about securities? You know, maybe mutual funds a little bit, right? But we got $6 billion in assets under management. The point is, it'll all come when you build those circles, you know, when you get the circles, your mosaic, like you were talking about last night of your life, is not going to be little square little tiles. They're going to be circles, the mosaic made of circles. And so you got to want that. And here's a big thing, Tim. You got to want that for other people. Why are you posting, Cynthia? That's the big thing you got to get to. Why am I posting? What do you want for that person? You want a freedom of time and money. You want that for them. You want to be like Jessica Powers. She wants to go to every one of her kids' games. She got in here not to build a big hierarchy to get wealthy, make $1 million a year, but to have freedom of time and money. And like was said one time last week, one day, the most precious thing you'll have is freedom of time. That's more precious than freedom of financial independence. Time freedom. And one day, all of you are going to experience that. Man alive, I ran out of time. I got to take care of my mother. I got to take care of my son. I got to take care of this. I got to take care of that. And I know, Cindy, Vicky, you went through that. I'm going through that right now with my sister. Well, I got the time to do it and the money to do it. But more precious is the time. So if you don't have money, you don't have time. that's what we're trying to create using social media. You have to have the intention. I'm going to post, and out there is somebody that needs what we have to offer. That they need it badly. And I want to offer it to them. And what is that? Freedom. They make up their mind whether it's money or time, Cynthia. And how do you give it to them? Have them post. You got to believe that if they post and they post and they post, every one of those people are going to have what we're offering. We're solution. We solve problems. Every business solves problems. The problem is they need more time and they need more money. That's their problems. We can solve that. Tony?
Thank you, Coach. Thank you. So, folks, here's the social media play. So the first thing I'm going to show you is this is the strategy. The tip of the spear is you're going to recruit. And then you go up and you field train them and you get them promoted. Everything on the top part of this spear is your job. The bottom is theirs. But if you do the top part, they're going to get licensed. You know how you get people licensed? You don't meet them for lunch during the class. You don't take them to class. No, you get them a whole bunch of people. I'm like, hey, Bill, Daryl, Enoch, Gina, Jennifer, and Jason, they're taking off, man. We're going to start doing some stuff. You better hurry up and get your license because someone's going to get paid for this. I can take it all, but I'd rather you get yours.
Francis said this to me the other day. Field training is a myth. We had this with David Farmer. David Farmer said, I spent years training people on things that don't matter. Years on things that don't matter. You field train them to get them people. And you're training them how to get people, not how to be skilled. I don't know if they'll be around, but I can teach people how to get people. I can teach people how to post and teach them how to post to get people to people. You understand that? Field training? That's a misnomer. Go ahead, Tony.
Thank you. And look at the locker room notes, page 7, folks. Art said it himself. What's field training? Getting them 3, who then gets them 3, who then gets them 3, and who gets them 3. That is your job. In the process, sure, you're going to make some sales. In the process, yeah, you're going to, but that is what field training really is. But if you do this, you do a 3x3, 3 who get 3, who get 3, who get 3, who get 3. You put it on repeat long enough, and eventually it's going to be its own perpetual money-making machine. That's the focus. That's the goal. So get 20 new people, at least 20 new people to post a new post for you. If you're part-time, a week. If you're full-time, a day. Make sure they tag you in their page and don't stop until you win. That's the system. That's the focus. That's the process.
What's
and who
winning?
Do you at? Yes, Coach.
Don't stop until you win. What's winning?
Until I have so much exponential growth that I'm going to meet people in my hierarchy, in my business that I don't even know.
And sales come from people who made the sale that you've never met.
Love it. Love it. Who do you ask? Friends, family, clients, old agents. Old agents, can we talk about that? Yeah, they quit the business, but they liked us when they did it. I mean, they loved enough, they believed in us enough to even start. So just go back and like, hey, I know this is not for you, totally okay with that, but could you post for me? Anyone engaged on your Facebook page or story? The approach. Hey, bestie. Hey, friend. Hey, Daryl. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, cousin. Can you help me out with something real quick? Wafa. Wait for the answer. Well, Tony, how do I do this? You can call them. You can text them. You can chat them. Whatever you think is the best approach.
Here's the point. Go back to that for a second.
Yes, sir.
Why are you asking them to do that? What's your purpose? They know somebody that's hurting. They know somebody that needs money. They know somebody that needs time. They know somebody who just went to work yesterday and was chewed out by their boss and had a sleepless night. They know somebody that has to go back into the office now because working from home has been stopped and it's driving them nuts that they have to make that hour commute one way just to get to the job. Again, 74% of all people are just mailing in at their job. That's not why God created them. You must see yourself involved in something bigger, Vicki, than just your business. Don't just do this to do this. You're doing this for a purpose, Tony.
I love this, Coach. Thank you. Here's the post. Here's the suggestion. We have a lot of different suggestions. I'm just going to say, if you're brand new, before you make a post, either just use what we use because we know this is clear and this is good. But if you need to, just talk to your manager, talk to your trainer about what would be an appropriate post. And this is the post. This is what you say. Hey, would you post for me? It's no big deal, but would you really help me out? Would you be open to it? Wait for the answer. Just let them know this is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm doing. Just need help. And if they say yes, then you immediately send them the graphic and verbiage. It can be this post with a picture of you on it. Remember, it's called Facebook because they like faces. Or you can do this one. But remember, it's called it's faces. People like to see your face. I think this is more like an Instagram, but still people like seeing your face. Some tips. Every time someone posts, make sure it's public. Don't just tell them to do it, Daryl. Walk them through it. Check on, your friends online. You can see each other's posts. Figure it out. Comment on it. Use the script. Make a list for everyone who posts to follow up with. Don't stop asking and having people posting until you got so many appointments you can't keep up and you have other people that are just overrun. You have to front load your pipeline, folks, because we have to rescue the masses. Jennifer Feltman, you need to know 100 people. You need to interview, you need to recruit 100 people to start your distribution machine. Because why do we become an RVP, Jason Doherty? So we can promote RVPs. The title gives you nothing but the permission to promote others. And if you do this, and then after you do that, after you have them post, and like, yeah, I'm interested, great, post, boom. This is the process. This is, again, the business is not posting. You're not going to have a usable fire just using kindling. You've got to go bigger. You got to go deep. You got to find their names and numbers. Because if you don't, you'll just be in the cold market and you're going to be beating your head against the wall. Just, you can still find good people, but it's just harder. Folks, follow this. And if you don't, you know what? Say this, recite it to every person you interview and talk to for the next 30 days. Just say it. Say it poorly, Carrie. We're okay with that. So when I say ambitious, who are the 5 people you think are ambitious? I will call them to introduce myself and call you by 3 p.m. with good news. It doesn't matter. If you just followed it, by the 15th day, you're going to get so much momentum from this. You're going to have so many people to call. You're going to wonder, why did I resist this for so long? Because here's the thing. You get 3 people to post for you. And then you ask them, and then you find 3 people for them to post. And then you find another 3 people to post. Folks, it's at this point that you are 4 deep. This is when you're going to find your rock star. This is when you're going to find that person saying, I have credibility. I like this. Let's do this. And then you do it again. This is 100 people. You get 100 recruits, you'll find it, you'll be RVP. Do another 100 recruits, you'll find your replacement. Or you'll find your next RVP, and you just harvest from replacement. All of these people know people who are dying inside. All the people here have incredible credit card debt and they don't know what to do. All the people here are headed towards a GoFundMe, either to fund it, to ask for it, or be the reason for it. All of these people will be a welcome to Walmart, DoorDash, have to move in with the kids because they can't afford to live on their own. All of these people know people like that. This is, and you're right, Coach. I'm not doing this so I can have a nifty circles chart. I'm doing this because I need to rescue people. Folks, this is a movement. A movement isn't just 3 or 5 or 10 people. A movement is hundreds and thousands of people. Chip, the people need you.
Let me
No
stop
one
you.
else is coming. So
Yeah, I think we need to really dig deep into this, Cynthia. I made a fortune. They paid me close to $40 million because I cared about people. I cared about people, and the money kept roaring in. And Tim, you got to be making up your mind. How many people do you want to hell? How many death claims do you want to pay? I mean, does it bother you that a woman today is crying her eyes out because her child needs to change schools and she can't afford to put him in a private school, or her husband just left her and she's got debt up the yin yang, and it's got to bother you. Tell me what bothers you. We heard her say that yesterday. Tell me what bothers you and what do you plan to do about it? This is the way how we fix it. What bothers you and how are you going to fix it? Sunita said yesterday. Posting is a way of caring. You care about that person who's posting. Oh, we want to help them build a hierarchy. We want them to have blah, blah, blah. We want them to go to Hawaii. Down deep, you've got to have, Art Williams said it, see yourself involved in something bigger than just your business. When you post, people are going to reach out and say, I'm hurting. That's why I'm answering this post. And they're going to post. And their people are going to say, I'm hurting. That's why I'm answering this post. And then you see these people, not as people, but as hurting people, Gina. I'm telling you, I saw this ad the other day while I was watching the game, and these people are frustrated about their debt. And I got anxious just thinking about it for people. This is soul-crushing stuff they're living through. What are you going to do about it, Jason? Gina, your neighborhood, you go to church. You call each other brothers and sisters, and hallelujah, right? What are you going to do about it? How are you going to fix their problem? You know, Jesus talks about poor in spirit, right? You got to help the poor. What are you going to do about it? One day, the universe is going to say, what did you do about it? I mean, how can you live in all these problems and not have your heart? I mean, they get all, you know, they have their special interests. Our special interests are average ordinary people that are frustrated. They're tired of it. They're tired of the sleepless nights. The bosses, they're tired of the jobs. They're tired of robbing Peter to pay Paul. They're tired of not having any money. What are you going to do about it, Vicki Nelson? Does that bother you? Well, what are you going to do to fix it? The answer is I'm going to post. And I'm going to get posters to post. You see the connection there? Talk about that, Vicki. Unmute and talk about it. You got to have a connection. And not just post to post. And no heart in it. Vicki?
Yeah, I thought that was great what Sunita talked about yesterday. And it was just a good reminder that everybody wants to be part of something and to have that impact on people. And then you just look at the look on their face when you do something, when you deliver for them. And I think that we got to keep on being reminded of that, because it's just so easy to keep on going through the routine, the jargon, the words, and really have a purpose about rescuing them. I think that's the most important thing.
Tony, can you pull up that last PowerPoint with the 100 circles? That's what Art Williams did about it. His father died. His mother got 10,000. He didn't want any more hurting widows like his mother. And his chosen method was this. He found out what bothered him, and this is his fix. This is what he chose to do to fix it. That's what posting is, Enoch. Go back to thank you. That's what this is. It's not a game. It's not how do you post? How do you do this? How do you do? Everybody on this call knows how. But are you connecting your heart with those circles like Tony was talking about? These are not circles. These are human beings. that struggle financially. They're going to die. Their spouses are going to die. They're going to lose their jobs. They're going to, hell, man, a new car, Amy, $700 a month car note for a new car. If you want to buy a used car, $500 a month. People can't buy houses anymore. They're struggling. And we can sit there and say, oh, that's terrible. Government ought to do something about it to lower the cost of gasoline. The government did lower cost. If you looked at your gas, we're in Texas, $2.50 a gallon. A year ago, it was $150. It was $3.50. And did that change the world? No one's complaining about egg prices anymore. No one's complaining. They'll find something. The answer is they need more money. That is the ultimate. What are you going to do when someone comes up to you and says, I need to make more money? Aren't you tired of saying, I'll pray for you? And really, no one ever prays for anybody when they say that. They don't do it. The ultimate form of charity in the Jewish tradition is giving people an opportunity to get out of the hole they're in so they don't need charity. That is the ultimate form of charity. What are you going to do about it, Vicki? If everyone else in Primerica quit today, Cynthia Higgins, everybody quit. Are you going to quit with them? Or do you have something in your heart that I can't quit? If they all want to quit, fine. I can't quit on these people. I know the answer to homelessness. The answer is very simple. We need people making more money to take care of their loved ones who are on the streets. That's how you solve the homeless problem. I know how to handle abortion. I can fix abortion easily. Tell every woman, if you have that baby, instead of aborting it, I'll give you $250,000. She'll have that baby. Oh, I thought it was it's a right. Yeah. But how come if she had $250,000, she wouldn't do it? Isn't that interesting? Solve every problem with money, because if it doesn't fix the problem, then only God can fix it. But if you have a problem that money can solve, you really don't have a problem. Chip, we ought to be saying, I don't know why he chose me, but I'm gonna do this. I'm going to do this posting thing. I'm going to get 20 people to post. If I get 20 who get 10 each, that's 200. That's 2,000. I'm going to reach 2,000 hurting people. And guess what's going to happen, Chip Railjack? Guess what? They're going to reach out to you. And know what they're going to say? I'm hurting. What's this all about? I'm hurting. I need money. I need money bad. Help me. What can I do? The only answer is you can come in or you can post. And you can work from home. What do you think about that, Cynthia Higgins? I mean, you got to have a heart and soul for this thing and not just in the head, right? Art Williams said you can't win with your head. You got to win with your heart. What does that mean to you, Cynthia? What's striking a chord with you today? Can you put unmute,
Cynthia,
please?
you have to unmute yourself, dear.
Just that we have to connect with our heart to the and know that we're there to we have a solution. We can help others, and we just need to be out there letting people know that when they're struggling. I mean, I thought about several different things. Just that we want to connect with people that are hurting, that are looking, and how do you know that is by getting out there and connecting with people and posting and finding out who's really looking and how can we meet that need and make that connection.
They're not looking, Cynthia. I want to get this through our heads. I want you to finish your thought. They're reaching out.
Mm-hmm.
They're reaching out, saying, please, dear God, let this be the one. Isn't that wonderful to know, Cynthia?
Absolutely. And it makes what we do more meaningful, just knowing that we are really going to be serving somebody who is really looking, and you have the answers.
How does that make you feel to know With one click, one post, you can change the world. So
Amazing.
you can then post and then post and then post.
Amazing.
It's
Amazing.
interesting. We take a look at Martin Luther King and go, well, no, he was chosen. Florence Nightingale was chosen. Art Williams was chosen. Virginia Carter was chosen. I'm chosen.
Wow.
Tony sure the heck is chosen. You see? How does that make you feel? Jason, talk about that for a second and how you need to be thinking with your heart, not your head, when you post. What's really happening down there and how we can lift them up and reach down and pull them up to our level and get them out of that hellhole.
I think if we don't put our emotions to it, entire heart to it, that it's just another post. And it's like you have to understand what our purpose is and what we're out to do for people and what we have to offer.
Again, Gina, you don't have a clue how special and important you are in God's plan. I mean, I just texted somebody today, Larry Davidson. You remember Larry, Vicky? And Larry's been retired for 25 years. 25 years. You know what I texted him this morning? What you built has paid over 6,000 death claims and over $375 million in death claims to those 6,000 people. 375 million. Think about that, Gina. Those same people would have died and maybe got 100 million. He made a $275 million. I don't care what product you come out with. You get another whiz bang, new thing, get on the Shark Tank, come up with a good idea. People need it. You can't impact people's lives the way you can here. You can't do it. That's just a cause for them to buy a product and they have to go into debt to get it. See how special this is? You've got to get it because Art Williams said you win with your heart, not your head. Cynthia, what are we trying to accomplish here today? We're trying to get this thing to go from here to here. Sometimes you just got to throw down when you talk to somebody, say, here's what posting is. It's going to get you out of your hole. See that? Cynthia Greer.
Oh, I didn't know if you were talking to me.
Cynthia, the chosen one.
Oh, whew, thank you. Yes, sir. You know, our hearts have got to be in this. And I'm honestly, I was getting back in my element in the office, and I was just sitting here listening, and my heart just began to start pumping and tears welling up in my eyes because people are hurting. Y'all, if we don't feel the hurt, if we don't feel the hurt of other people, then we're missing it. That's why we're not doing what we're supposed to do, because we're thinking it's my four and no more. As long as we're good, we're good. And most of us on here can really say we're not really good. Dang, Coach, that Millionaire Mind book is crazy, right? We're at this place because we don't have our hearts in this business like the founders are. And so when we do, we will care about other people. We will care about those widows. We will care about those orphans. And when we do, we'll put it's all in. All in, Tony. Everything we got is to rescue somebody else. Are we ready to go and change somebody else's life or just change our own? See, when it's just about us, when it's like, oh, I'm all excited because this happened for me. But what did it do for that other person? What did you do? How did you change their life? Yes, you made money, but you changed their life. You rescued them. You made sure they could you got them out, showed them a way to get out of debt. You showed them how to way that don't need GoFundMe. Come on. Y'all, I am like, woo! My heart is pounding because we have got to have the passion for somebody else that will make us do what we need to do. And when we help others, then we help ourselves. What we make happen for others, God will make happen for you.
Excellent. Excellent. I mean, are you here to make a profit or to make a difference?
Make a difference.
When you make up your mind, Cynthia, I'm here, I was placed on this earth to make a difference with my life. I was placed on this earth to make this world a better place. I was placed on this earth to ease the burdens of hurting people. And I'm not talking about death claims. I'm talking about people at their desks right now saying there's got to be a better way. Today's Hump Wednesday. Pump. And it's a Hump Wednesday. 2 more days and I'm out of this hellhole. The 2 most frustrating things in life that drive people crazy are traffic going to work and bosses. Folks, we can relieve them of that. Do you have the heart for it? Do you think big enough? Do you think what's going on in you is not God-given? It's God-given, Jason. There's something going on inside of you. There's somebody he wants you to touch. That's why you got to post today and start getting 20 other people to post. Because why? 20 times 20 is what? 400? Is that it? That's 400 hurting people. They're going to reach out to you, Gina, and say, I need help. I'm not looking. I'm hurting. I'm distressed. I can't stand one more day of this stuff. I'm telling you, folks, when your life is, there's nothing I can do to change it. I just got to learn to swallow it and live with it. That is soul crushing. When you look at a parent and you can't afford to put them in a nursing home, you can't afford it. That's soul crushing. You can do something. Get bold. Rise up. Say, I'm better than this. It's not Art Williams is the only one who creates something like this. Dadgummit, I can too. Get on fire for the sake of other people. See, Rabbi Lappin said, you want to make more money, find ways to be of value to more people. You have no idea, Amy Morelli, how valuable you are. You got a license, you know how to post, you got this, you got the price, you can teach other people. You are invaluable to those people. Use it. If you had a cure for cancer, you'd be going nuts. You'd be posting all day long. But we got a cure for financial cancer. We got a cure for job cancer. We got a cure for the frustrations of life that are just burdening to people. When 74% of all the people are disengaged at their jobs, and what she said yesterday, and 15% of those people are hurting so bad, they purposely are sabotaging their work area and their bosses and their fellow employees. That's how bad they go out of their minds. We got to rise up. I mean, not taking it anymore. We can't. I'm not letting this happen anymore to people. I'm just not. I just not. No, not on my watch. Not on my time frame. No, Dan Otto. No more. No more. I've had it. I'm going to come out of the closet. I'm going to start posting like a madman and mad woman for the sake of the people out there. I don't give a stink what people think. Because we're so afraid of what they think and how we're going to step on their toes. I'm glad Virginia Carter stepped on my toes, interrupted my boring life with a phone call, invited me out to lunch, triggered something inside of me that I didn't know I had. That's the power you have. You have value, Buddy Bronda people. We got people moving $100,000 into mutual funds because they know that there's better returns on their money than they're getting. I guarantee this. I made $40 million in this business, and I would have made maybe $5 million if I'd stuck with corporate America and had my bosses on me. I can't stand bosses. I don't like bosses. Chip, it's your turn. Get some gumption, for gosh sakes. To post, Tim, for gosh sakes, that's the most mild-mannered, timid way we can build a business. They call us. So give us a challenge, Tony. What should we be doing between now and next week? I want to hear some positive stories of people that open up to you and poured their heart out, Vicky. And the next week you say, Vicky, tell me how it really is, Cynthia, Sally. We're hurting, Vicky. My husband has lost his job, or my son, blah, blah, blah. And then it grabs you. When you say I'm involved in something bigger than just this posting thing. You're involved in something bigger going on here than just posting to get 20 to post, to get 20 to post. Summarize it, Tony, in always the unique way you can do it, and give us a challenge for, I'd like to hear one powerful story in the next 7 days from each of you, if you want to open it, to somebody you reached down and gave them some hope. Show them a cure for something. Jesus went around, cured people. We got a cure too. They got to do something about it. You go to Invita, cost you $100,000 to walk in the door. You just don't lay there. You got to do something. You got to go live there for 3 months. You got to give them $100,000. They got to post one time. That's it. We can cure their problem. We got the cure, and that cure is them posting. Tony, give us a final adrenaline rush. We'll go out and conquer and change the world.
This is about you helping others, how you feel about others, and how much you take personal responsibility that this is never going to happen again on your watch. Then you're going to explode. How do you find that? And you're like, because you could be like me, like, I don't know about that. I mean, what about that? You know what? Go talk to 20 people in the next week. How do you do that? You get 20 people to post for you, and you get 20 of their people to post for you, and you get 20 of those people to post for you. You're going to get appointments, and you start talking to people, and you're going to realize they're just, and if you need to remember what it's like, remember what your life was before Primerica. If you've been here for a minute, think about where you would be, Vicki Nelson, if you had never said yes to this. And I need for you all to remember something. I only got asked once.
Me too. And folks, you're one post away from their changed life. One post away from changing somebody's life versus one post away from me exploding my business. How does that work? You want to explode their businesses. All right, everyone. Thank you, Tony, for doing this. Thanks for your contribution, Vicki, and thank you for your contribution, Cynthia. And all right, we'll talk to you all next week. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, Coach. And folks, we'll see you guys.
Omar at on Friday.
9 a.m. Friday on this Zoom channel, Central Time, for 1 hour Money Quest, folks. And if you do have some success stories, I want to hear from you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, bye.